Welcome to the practice of Yin. Today's practice we will be utilizing prop support in some of our shapes. You can use a bolster if you have one. If not, you can use pillows. We will also incorporate some upper body with one of our shapes. With that, you will need a strap. If you don't have a strap, no problem. There's lots of other things you can use. You can use these little stretchy, tubey things if you have them at home. Some of us have all of these things from other types of workouts that we like to do. You can also use a belt or nothing at all. Or you don't have to do the upper body. This is your practice. So do what you can, do what you want, do what you feel. Today is different from yesterday, and it'll be different tomorrow. So incorporate what will work for you at this moment. Our practice of this Yin will be to activate and energize our meridians for lungs and large intestine, which is your air element. The element of air teaches us to let go, to surrender. Surrender to outcomes of the chaos that is around you and just to let it all go. So we'll begin our practice in a supported child's pose. So using your pillows or your bolster, bring it lengthwise down your mat. Knees will be wide, hips will be towards your heels. Notice how that compression is feeling on your knees. If your knees are not happy, you can grab a blanket, you can grab a beach towel or a bath towel and place it on the backs of ankles to bring some height to those hips so the knees aren't as compressed. Once you find comfort in the hips, the bolster will slide or your pillows about halfway down your thighs. Bringing hands to frame your prop. Think in breath in, lengthening spine, and as you exhale, kind of shimmy your hips side to side as you slowly walk your hands and chest down to your prop, resting here, letting the head come down, letting shoulders relax down, closing eyes, and coming into the breath. Taking a moment to feel the sensations of the body, the press and release of rib cage against your prop beneath you, the length of the spine, the heaviness of hips. There are 3 principles in the practice of Yin. And the first principle, these are called your tattvas, is to find the edge of our shape. And what is your edge? The edge is the feeling of traction, of stretch, of muscles, ligaments, tendons, connective tissues, moving in opposite directions. And you want to come to right where that edge is feeling just right. And once you have found that edge, you find stillness into your shape. And you let the breath be your guide in the shape. That is your second principle, your tattva. And our third principle, our third tattva, is to linger, to stay a while. The body needs about 3 minutes or more to get the full benefit of the shape. To let the fascia, the connective tissue, lengthen, release, blood flowing, going deeper to ligaments, tendons, and going deeper to muscles and bones. It is a practice of patience and stillness. A practice of mind and body awareness. If you like, you can lift your head up and turn it in the other direction. Take about 3 more breaths where you are. To prepare ourselves for coming out of the shape, slowly slide hands towards knees. Using those palms, pressing down, slowly lifting shoulders up, letting head be heavy. Coming into a Sphinx pose from here, so your prop, if you're using bolster, will turn in the other direction. If you had long pillows, turn those in the other direction. We're going to bring the hands over bolster, lifting hips up, draw knees in together. Let's do some spinal releases first. Inhaling, frontal ribs will drop, gaze forward. Round out spine, tuck in chin, pelvis as you exhale. Continue this nice little flow of cats and cows. Always moving with breath. And when you're ready, nice little flat spine. Bringing forearms down to mat. Fingertips are spread wide. Elbows are about shoulder distance apart. Start to walk the knees away. And you're going to bring the rib cage right beneath the breasts to that prop underneath. Wiggle around till you find some comfort and pressure into the ribs. Legs are nice and long, slight part between legs. A little press of forearms against the mat, lifting chest and heart up. Letting shoulder blades slide down back. Pelvis is heavy. Chin is slightly down so neck is nice and long. Soften or close the eyes and come back to breath. The element of air will teach us to keep what we need. To say goodbye. To see loss as a chance for renewal. It also teaches us the question of what can I let go of? Notice if you're holding any tension or activation in quadriceps or glutes. Feeling a mild compression into spine, low back. If this is too much compression for spine, remove the prop and let the rib cage come down to earth. We hold our shapes for about 3 minutes, maybe more, to let the process of lengthening and releasing happen in the muscles, in connective tissues. And if you would like at this point to increase the edge of your shape, coming into a seal pose, bring the hands out and forearms diagonally, palms pressed outwards like little flippers of a seal. And breathing in, start to lengthening arms, lifting sternum up, pressing the belly button edge against the bolster or mat if you're not using a prop. Letting shoulder blades slide down back, letting hips be very heavy here. Pelvis is firmly connected to the earth. Tuck the chin slightly in so neck remains long. We'll be here for about 4 more breaths. And again, if this is painful to low spine, low back, please come back down to forearms. And at any point it becomes too much, find a child's pose either with or without the support of a prop. One more breath where you are, in and out. And slowly return back down to forearms. Walking hands wider than shoulders to the shoulders. Slowly lifting body up. Removing prop out of the way. Coming back into the table, nice neutral spine. And rounding out spine with a big exhalation, tucking pelvis in, chin in. Taking one more breath in here. And exhale as hips come towards your heels, sliding hands towards knees. Bringing hips around, extending legs forward. You have an option to place blanket or towel underneath the hips to lift them up, help support that low back. And at this point, you want to have a strap, if you're using it, handy. We will begin with your left leg extended, bending the right knee, and then placing right ankle above the knee across that low thigh, quadricep here. So this is a half shoelace pose. You will then grab your strap if using it. It will go into your left hand, reaching that left arm up, palm facing back, and then bend the elbow, bringing fingertips towards the center of the back in between shoulder blades. Right arm will reach out, palm is facing me, and do a big rotation of that whole arm getting into shoulder socket, turning palm back. Bending the elbow, you're going to reach that right hand up to the strap. Gently squeezing shoulder blades towards each other, left elbow up, right elbow down. The top of your quadricep is facing the sky, and the left foot is flexed, but it's not an active flex, it's just the toes are up. Think of lengthening spine as you inhale here, and we're going to hinge at the hips as we come forward and folding. Chin slightly in. Feeling that traction now in the back of the left leg, hamstrings, left hip. External rotation of right hip. Maybe feeling that traction on the outer left thigh towards hip joint. And continue breathing here. If you wish to do this without the strap, what you will do is just rest your hands on the side and then start walking them forward and just relax the arms and relax the head. So those are your two options while we're in our half shoelace. And if you notice, I've got a little timer on my side to make sure that we get the minimum 3 minutes and that each side is equal in time, so that you don't have to have a timer or clock by you. That you can spend the time with your sensations, with your feelings, with your shape, knowing that where you are at this moment is exactly where you need to be. We're here for about 30 more seconds. Maybe you feel a gentle release in hips and back of left leg, so the heart is coming even closer to earth. Taking one more breath in and out where you are. And then slowly rising up. Releasing those arms, releasing right leg, move the legs around, massage the knees, roll the ankles, maybe rock head side to side, around half circles. And then we get to do the other side. Right leg extended, ankle in line with hip, bending left knee, bringing left ankle above right knee. Make sure it's above the knee and not right on the joint. Now, if this does not work, you can bring the foot on the inner thigh, okay? So we're here. Grabbing your strap again, bringing it into the right hand, palm is back. Giving yourself a well-deserved pat on the back. Left arm extends. Big rotation in shoulder to turn that arm around. Reaching back and up for that strap. Shoulder blades together. Nice tall spine. Taking a breath in and hinging forward as you exhale. So while we're here in stillness, the mind may want to race to things that are happening outside of your room, off the mat. Maybe it would help to bring a little mantra in as you breathe. And the mantra could be, I release control. I surrender to the flow. I release control. I surrender to the flow. Relax the legs, the jaw, areas around the eyes. Chin slightly tucked in so there is no strain on neck. So not only do you release control of outside disturbances, you can release control of what you're holding on to physically, emotionally, spiritually. Just a few more breaths where you are. And begin to slowly rise up. Releasing arms, move the strap out of the way. Extending that left leg, give them a nice massage, roll around the ankles, shoulders, neck. And coming into our final shape, which will be a spinal twist. So having all props out of the way, bending knees, turning to one direction, having toes towards the edge of the mat, hands on backs of thighs, breath in, round out spine, slowly rolling down to mat. Extending legs long. Reaching arms overhead, lengthening body, lengthening spine. Taking a few deep breaths here. Return arms down to side. Bend the right knee. Placing foot on mat. Lift the hips slightly, shift them over to the right just a bit, settling them down. Opening arms wide with palms up. Drawing right knee into chest, taking a breath in. We're going to slowly rotate to your left, bringing right knee down to earth. Option here is to keep the knee bent or extend the leg forward. Head can be to the sky or turning gently to the right. If your right shoulder is popped up, let that right hand slide down towards your hips and relax the right shoulder. Closing your eyes here. Twisting is very healthy for your digestive system. Helps wrings out the toxins, release them from the organs. We're also bringing compression into your lungs here. Making sure that those breaths are smooth and even. Beautiful yogis. If you like, you can bend that bottom knee if you feel strain in that leg. And through the awareness of sensations of the body, feel that right hip, the outer hip and glute, the length of the outer right leg. I release control. I surrender to the flow. If at any time with outstretched arms you feel tingling in the fingers or numbness, you need to lower those arms and the shoulders, lower than shoulders. You may have gotten into a nerve. About 30 more seconds, yogis, with breath. Taking one more breath in and out where you are. First bending extended leg, if it was extended. Slowly rolling onto the back. Bending both knees. Realign those hips. Bringing knees in towards shoulders. Hands on top of knees, doing some nice opposing circles with legs. Going in both directions. Then bring the feet down, hip distance, arms down by the sides. Inhaling, lifting up to bridge. Exhale as you slowly lower. Again, inhale, lifting to bridge. Exhale, slowly lower. Coming into the opposite side. This time, your right leg will extend out. Press into left foot to shift the hips slightly to your left. Drawing knee into chest, opening arms, taking a breath in. And then exhale as the knee goes to the opposite direction. Either keeping knee bent or lengthening leg out. Head can be turned to the left or chin up to the sky. Closing the eyes, feeling the breath. Again, if that left shoulder is up and uncomfortable, two options: bend elbow or slide hand down towards hips. Gentle, soft, rhythmic breath. I release control. I surrender to the flow. The shoulders be heavy. Relaxing kneecaps, low back, areas around the eyes and the jaw. Taking one more breath in and out where you are. The leg is extended, bend the knee, rolling on to back. Both knees will bend. Shift the hips so they're in line with spine, knees in towards shoulders. Hands on top of knees, opposing movements of legs. Going in both directions. Placing feet down onto mat, arms down by sides. Inhale, lift hips up. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. After the third, let the hips come down, extending legs out for your Shavasana. Rotating palms up away from body, closing your eyes, and coming back into that stillness. By balancing the element of air, you have the ability to fly with the wings of change, make judgments based on fair discrimination, and allow the judgments of others to be heard. We can keep order where the potential for chaos looms. We are able to move on, to let go, to grieve, and to release. What can you let go of today? Begin to deepen breath. Bring small movements to body, fingers, toes. Lick the lips. Reach arms overhead. Nice full body stretch, breathing in deeply. And as you exhale, bend knees, roll to your left side to a fetal pose. The left side is the yin side of the body. It is the darkness, the water, the moon, the female side. And when you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring hands to heart and bow our heads. And with hands to heart, with smooth, gentle breath, we bring gratefulness to the open heart that we have. Paramasukram. And thumbs come to third eye center, space between the brow. And as we breathe, we feel grateful for open mind, Padma Atman. And prayer hands above the crown of the head. And as we breathe, we feel grateful the shining spirit within each and every one of us. Padma Shanti. And take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, bow down, bringing this gratefulness to this beautiful earth of ours. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for practicing.